Let me just double check here. Go ahead.
So there was one comment, like those things that pop up, that said that a lot of women, which is true, a lot of women don't want to do a lot of the same hard labor work as jobs. But you shouldn't say all women, because I know that I myself, I've worked in construction, I've worked in the fields, and I've done exterior home renovations. So you can't really stigmatize it to all women.
You said a lot.
True.
Most women.
Yeah. So you didn't say all.
Did you not say all?
Wait, let me ask you a question. So you say you do construction, you're out in the fields, right? When you're on a construction site or doing a construction gig, what percentage are men?
Majority.
Okay, so most, would you say most then?
Yeah.
Okay, well.
I mean, a lot of the women work behind the scenes, more of like in the office and stuff. Like in the company itself, there is still a lot of women that do work in the construction company, just not actively out like laying down the concrete.
That's not, you're not like actually doing the construction. If you are like the accountant.
But
no, I'm sure you were, but most women don't want those jobs. That's
because they're not for women.
That is the joke of feminism. You can only have feminism when there's comfortable air-conditioned office jobs. You can't have feminism when it's like brutal physical labor. So this whole idea, women weren't allowed to work 200 years ago. Bruv, you wouldn't have wanted to work 200 fucking years ago. Work was like backbreaking.
But why denied the act? Like why deny women from working, wanting to work?
Even women really weren't even. If you wanted to, I suppose you could have worked.
But why the laws were made so women could not?
There weren't laws.
There were.
There weren't laws.
What laws?
There were like women slaves building the pyramids and stuff too.
Who's physically stronger, men or women?
Technically men.
What do you mean
Physically
technically
men?
Men. Because so there are certain instances where, let's say you have a male. Males are born on average 35% more muscle mass than females straight out of the womb. That's just science. That's a fact, right?
Well, actually, hold on. Before puberty, I think there's actually, and I actually might be wrong on this, but my understanding is actually before puberty, like, I think it's pretty equal between boys and girls before puberty. I could be wrong. I'm not an expert.
There's still a muscle mass percentage difference in
Am I wrong,
the BMI.
Chad? I could be wrong.
Let's look it up.
I thought
there wasn't a huge difference.
It's not. It's not until puberty, because that's when puberty starts. That's when testosterone starts to heighten, and then
there's still a difference straight out of the womb, though.
I'm sure, but it's
like
not
genetically,
muscle mass.
it is muscle. It's muscle. I'm pretty sure it's muscle mass or muscle capacity, but I do know that male babies are born straight out of the womb with more muscle mass than a female. But let's say that man specifically, let's say he doesn't work out all the time, or maybe he does moderately, right? If you have a woman, right, that's eating the correct diet, going to the gym every day, she's benching like 250, she's going to be stronger than that guy that's just working.
How many women bench 250?
I used to when I played football in high school.
You bench 250?
Dude,
I
look
did.
at her muscles.
I played D tackle on boys varsity football. It's a baby now. I haven't worked out in years, okay? I have not worked out in years.
Hey, well, first off, impressive. Good for you. You got guns.
But
No, but okay.
But you're like an outlier in that case if you can outbench some guy who
it came
never
from
goes to the gym.
like years of working out. Is what I'm saying. Anyone can do it. It just takes dedication.
Wait, how did you play football? Did you go to like a school?
Yeah,
Did I go to a
Can you pull
school
your
where like
microphone?
women could play football?
Can you?
Oh yeah, in Southern California. Is it different here?
I was just wondering.
No,
if
it's-
Any
women
female can apply. Like
Yeah,
can try
women
out
can
for
do football.
Sorry.
No, pull your mic close to the edge. I think women are not barred from playing football, but the reality
They
is
just don't
it's
want
such
to.
a physically like intense sport that they're just not temperamentally drawn to it, and there's just certain like they're gonna get hurt.
Mm-hmm.
What position did you play?
I played D tackle and I was a starter.
Nice.
You paid.
D tackle and I was a starter.
Is that the defensive? Are you on the
Defensive end,
line?
yes. I was on the defensive line.
Okay.
I'm right next to the center.
Cool.
On defense?
Yeah, I played D tackle.
Did your team lose?
No, actually, I transferred from Tesoro High School, which was a D1 school, to Rancho Buena Vista, which was a D3 school. So I actually helped them bring up their standing.
JV or varsity?
It was JV, but I was a freshman.
Okay.
So
Sounds like affirmative action or some shit. I don't know.
I get really involved in stuff, and I like what I do. I like physical things. I like working out. I like being outdoors. I like doing construction. I like doing hard physical labor because it makes me feel good.
That's cool. Wait. But generally speaking, men are physically stronger than women.
They can be.
What do you mean they can be? They are.
They are. They
I'm not
have
saying that
more-
there's like...
They have more testosterone in their muscles, which allows them to become stronger and develop muscle mass easier.
It also
Yes.
depends on a lot of things because
I'm not
women can
saying-
still be as strong as men. It just takes work.
Let me ask you a question.
takes work.
No. Let me ask you a question. Using what you just said there, is the strongest woman, does any woman in the world have the capacity to be as strong as the strongest man in the world?
It depends
On what?
on
Here
a
we go
lot of
again.
factors. Well, okay, wait. Are we talking
go
about
to
like
them.
actually, or are we talking about just like hypothetically? Because like
Actually.
yeah,
Actually.
with steroids,
Nope.
and with intensive training
Nope.
and work,
Naturally.
naturally. Probably not. If they were both the strongest, but I do believe that there is a way to become stronger. Have we actually like even tested this?
I
Is there
cannot
actually
believe-
like knowledge based on
2
this
weeks
theory,
in a
on this
row,
thesis?
boys.
Yeah.
2 weeks. Wait, so you think? Okay, let me just ask the question one more time. Do you think that any woman in the world could be as strong as the strongest man in the world?
I guess technically no.
Don't walk it back.
I mean, well, okay, with steroids and a bunch of other stuff.
Okay, let's say there's a man on steroids and there's a woman on steroids. Who's going to be stronger?
Okay, then technically the man.
Actually, I would be prepared to argue that the strongest natural guy who's never taken steroids, he's going to be stronger than the woman who's pumped full of steroids. Even with that, what's the term? Even with that advantage, a woman on steroids, she's not even going to, even then, isn't going to be as strong as the strongest natural guy. So even if I concede to you that yes, we'll have a woman who's on steroids and have her compete against a guy who's just natural strength, no steroids, he's still gonna fucking scorch her in like various lifts. Certainly in a fight, he'll fuck her up.
I don't think with while she's on, like, if he's not on steroids and she is, that might be a little different. But like if they're both like on equal playing ground, then yeah, he would beat her.
Even if she has this handicap of taking steroids, she's still not going to be stronger than him.
Where's your evidence?
What do you mean my evidence?
It hasn't been tested, so you know for a fact.
Look at natural bodybuilding. If you compare a male natural bodybuilder to a female steroid bodybuilder, just his physical size is going to be larger anyways. In addition, like if you probably look at their lifts, he probably lifts heavier.
Why don't you look up the world records for lifting with women versus men and look at the disparity?
Right now?
If
Oh my
Brian,
God.
Oh.
but if Brian allow you, but why don't you do that? Why don't you look at the disparity? Look at the female bench press record.
Well, that's what I was
and
planning
look
on
at the-
doing after the
look
show,
at the
'cause now
male
I
bench
actually
press
wanna
record
know.
and look at how much more the male's bench press record is world record than the woman's.
This is the plan.
You think that a woman on steroids,
But that's actually like not just steroids, but has actually like actively been training, been lifting for a majority of time, actively pushing herself to be stronger. She has the ability to.
She has the ability to be stronger than a portion of men.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But if you were to compare her to a guy who's not on steroids, who's been, I'm not even going to say training the same amount of time, but that would be the fair comparison. Just a guy who's been lifting for I don't know. I can't put it, I mean, this is very speculative. Let's just compare a guy who's been training for 10 years, not on steroids, versus a woman who's been training for 10 years on steroids, that guy's going to be able to lift more than she is.
That's how great the disparity is between our strengths.
Yeah, but it also depends on like that female's testosterone levels too, because
Doesn't matter.
You can still have XY chromosomes and have a higher testosterone spike and
Do
be
you know
able
how
to
much
have
more testosterone men have than women?
a bit, but there's also
A bit.
just
A bit. It's
I think you're
exponentially more.
grasping at this point.
It's exponentially more.
Wait, am I wrong? Like, don't just side with me because you like my podcast or whatever. Let's say a guy who they're both like very serious about the gym, is a guy who's never taken steroids going to be stronger than a woman who takes steroids? They're training the same amount of time. Oh, we got Curtis.
Curtis_Leon donated $200. When women in combat roles was tested in the USMC, they did an experiment I witnessed. A WM who lifted weights tried to lift 2 artillery round, couldn't do it. A 170 pounds male private could do it.
okay, but was she like trained to do that? Like,
I mean-
was there like anything specific about that?
Anyways, what we're getting
Oh,
at
good
though
point, Curtis.
is that men tend to be stronger than women. Majority cases.
And it's not even close. It's not even close. This is ridiculous.
Should we do the?
I have the boys.
Okay, we'll do the boys versus women
I
thing.
have a few other records.
If you can, yeah. So this is male high school athletes versus female Olympians. If boys win against the fastest women, is it fair for males? Well, okay, whatever. So the overall medal count. So this is if high school boys were allowed to compete. High school boys, not male Olympians. High school boys were allowed to compete in the Olympics.
Track and field and
Hold on.
swimming.
Well, that's related to certain things, but that's all the medals that they would steal from women if high school boys can compete against women. The top female athletes, scroll down a little bit. We're just going to react to a few.
That's for speed, though. That
I
has nothing
mean,
to
but
do with strength.
sprinting is related to your
Yeah,
Strength is
force.
involved.
Yes.
fast twitch
Force-
muscle
force
fibers.
that you generate. Yes.
Like, have you seen
Yeah, but lifting
sprinters?
is slow twitch.
Or did I say
Lifting is
fast twitch?
Fast twitch is for
I might
sprinting.
have. Well, you'll have to excuse me. I might have mixed the two up. Slow twitch is when you have
Lifting.
typically big muscles, right?
So slow
Or-
twitch fibers are the muscles that you use when you're doing
wait,
more
chat,
heavy lifting.
Nick, can you show us the chat?
Okay.
Wait, fast twitch, is that what sprinters have, or is it slow twitch? I thought it was fast.
Sprinters have fast twitch.
I thought sprinters have fast
Yeah,
twitch.
sprinters have fast twitch.
I think I was right.
In any case, I have lifting records too. We can both next.
Yeah, no, I was right. Fast twitch. Have you
He
seen,
said
like,
Q
if
could
you
literally take
compare,
on all the women in the hospital and most of them went in.
That's true.
Damn near professional fighter.
so if you look at sprinters, they're super ripped, despite it being a race, right? Speed race. They're like super fucking muscular.
Because
Even
you're
their upper bodies, you're right. But if you look at like distance runners, they're typically like very thin and don't have a lot of muscle buildup, muscle hypertrophy. Hypertrophy? Yeah. So I think it's actually, pull it up, Nick. It's actually very fair to compare like a sprint, for example, as evidence of like fast twitch muscle fiber. Bear in mind, these are high school boys, 400 meters, 800 meters. Anyways, there's this goes on and on. All the boys steal all the gold medals from women, the top female athletes in the entire world, just the U.S. high school boys alone. The 5,000 meters, actually, women edge out a little bit because there's some weird differential for long distance running. But yo, Bone Man, dude, thank you. You're fucking, hold up.
That's what I'm talking about! That's why he's the MVP! That's why he's the GOAT!
Thank you, Bone Man. You're a fucking legend. Thank you, dude. Word. Do you how? Oh my God. Hello.
Huh?
so women are stronger than men? Is what you're saying?
Well, apparently not, but I thought with hormones and everything that you could potentially be stronger than men. I don't know. I've met a lot of men that I was stronger than, so.
No, but yes, like, of course a woman can be stronger than a man. But if we're like comparing
Averages.
like the average woman to the average woman, or like a really physically fit woman, if you compare her to a really physically fit man, like say the top bodybuilders or the top power lifters, the men are still gonna, like, natural bodybuilders or natural power lifters would probably still lift more, and I think do lift more than even women who are juiced up.
I mean, probably, now that I just saw the actual statistic. I mean, I had already said that initially out of the womb, that genetically men were stronger than women. The question was if a woman could become stronger than a man. So I am now conceding,
Yes.
because I was wrong, because we just saw the statistics, that is not possible. But I thought the question was if, not are they. If they
I don't
could
even know
potentially.
how we got there, to be honest, but of course there are women that can be. There's women that are stronger than me, but am I stronger than probably the vast majority of women? Yes.
How much can you press, Brian?
Well, here's the reality. I have chronic pain issues. I've got neck pain. I've got back pain. I've had major injuries. I live a pretty lethargic life. Let's see. I don't really exercise much. I eat like shit. I could probably beat up like 95% of women. Like, not that I would want to. Not that I would want to, but like, granted, I wrestled for 2 years in high school. That already puts me at some
that
advantage.
helps.
But,
Yeah. Got muscle memory.
Maybe 99% of women. I don't know.
It's probably 99%.
Yeah.
It's probably 99.
I've got a fucking dad bod and I haven't lifted in a long ass time, and I'm old and I've got knee pain and neck pain and back pain. I'd probably like still score. Not that I'm like trying to fight chicks and shit. I'd probably scorch them up in a fight because I'm physically stronger than them. And I weigh more and I'm physically larger. I'm 6'1". So what percentage of women are 6'1"? It's probably like less than 1%. So
I mean, shoot, technically your height's got a little bit of a disadvantage.
in fighting,
Just a tiny bit, like fighting a woman, because she's a lot shorter than 6 feet.
are you saying
So-
she can like hit me in the goods or some shit?
Yeah, like the kneecaps. They're right there. They're right there, and then you have to like bend down to grab.
I mean, I have more reach.
She could go under you.
You know, in a fight, like if you have further reach, that's a benefit.
I was joking.
Okay, whatever.
I was joking.
Okay. Good times.